Hey y'all, check it out. Before y'all get done watching the video, make sure I click on the little watermark on the right hand side of the screen at the bottom. Subscribe to the page. Hope y'all enjoy. Stay tuned. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of DubFactsU on air. I'm joined this evening by JaDawn Bryant, the girls basketball coach at MacArthur High School. Appreciate you for joining me tonight, JaDawn.
I appreciate you having me.
So normally I start off asking each guest who was the first person that gave them that work on a basketball court.
The first person?
Yeah.
I have to say my oldest brother. Yeah, my oldest brother, DeMarcus.
So he just didn't take it easy on you at all. No
Never
holds
did.
barred.
Never did. Never did. He's 8 years older than me, so he was the person I looked up to when it came to sports and basketball. So yeah, he never held back. Even though I was his younger sister and I was a girl, he didn't care. He didn't care at all.
8 years older than you and didn't take it easy at all.
No.
Oh, that's brutal. Y'all never used to try to fight or anything like that?
No, not for real. No, it was just like kind of a respect thing. He was big bro, but I definitely, didn't back down from him. But yeah, it was cool.
Okay, yeah, and that kind of answers my next question of who pretty much introduced you to the game and was responsible for you like growing a love for it that you have now and stuff like that. So Absolutely. That was your brother also?
Yep, my big brother and my dad. So I was like 5 years old when I picked up a ball, and I knew, I wanted to play ball because I was watching him play. We grew up in what we consider the east side of Danville, Illinois, but north end was where it all happened. That was like Lincoln Park. Keon Clark.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Keon Clark, that's Lincoln Park, Danville. So we had some ballers. Back in the day, we had the Dust Bowl. I don't know if you heard of that before. Yep, that was a real big thing. So basketball was a huge thing in Danville. So, you got the likes of like Keon, you got the Robinsons, the Gerards, the Dodge. Yeah. So it's some, you go back, you'll find some good basketball players. So it was just something we enjoyed doing. So I would walk from my grandmother's house out north end to Lincoln Park, and that's what would happen. I'd have on a church dress, church shoes, and I'd play ball with the boys. So it didn't matter. Yeah.
I know the history of basketball definitely rich in Danville. I know my first time going to play there, I was like 10 years old playing with the Boys and Girls Club. And it was the longest trip ever. I ain't never want to go back because it was so long. I just kept asking like how far we got to go. We was in them vans and stuff all packed up and stuff. I didn't ever want to go back again. Gotcha. But yeah, that's my first time going at 10. I ain't want to go no more. But like you named the Dust Bowl, we used to go over there and play every summer.
Yep.
Me, Wes, Lewis, all of us stuff like that. We always take a team over there. Silk, he always hit me up and hit me up about a team and everything like that. So yeah, I'm pretty cool with some people there.
Nice.
So when you said you first picked the ball up about 5 years old, did you play any like AAU or anything like that growing up?
Yeah, we did. We had our version of, I guess you consider AAU. Mr. Dixon, Alan Dixon. He had a family full of athletes, and so we would do travel ball with him. So we get charter buses or the church van or something, and we would travel like Indiana, different places like that. So I would say it was more so like summer things like that. We would practice at this small church gym. But that was kind of our version of AAU before I really realized what AAU was. So I would say we were like middle school. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So in high school, how were your teams in high school?
We had a good team in high school. I feel like we should have went a lot further, when it came down to postseason runs and things like that. But we had some really good basketball players, some that went on to play in college and things like that. But I don't know. It's just like I'm just trying to think where we probably missed it at, but I don't know. I really feel like we had good teams, but we just didn't get as far as we could. I would say the Chicago teams were killing it back then.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you ever run into any of those teams?
Yeah, we did. We would run into them every time we went to the Peoria Manual tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we've been going to that tournament ever since I was in high school. So to kind of go with it with my girls is kind of full circle now. But yeah, we were running to them Chicago teams real heavy at the Peoria Manual tournament. And they would, it would be some good ball players.
What's the toughest team you think you faced out of those Chicago teams you run into?
I feel like it was Richwoods. Yeah, Chicago Richwoods, that team. And the Kankakee teams was tough too.
Yeah.
Yes, that's kind of more suburban, you know, like not Chicago, but we consider that all kind of Chicago. But
yeah,
they was pretty tough too. Yeah.
Okay, so from playing to coaching, what's the biggest difference that you notice between the two? Because like me myself, you know, I played, I've coached, and I also ref. So seeing it three different ways, like I ain't gonna lie, like I always be on the ref's case as a player, as a coach, until I start refing. I'm like, oh yeah, they really can't see everything. You know what I mean? And it don't feel good for a coach to be on you. Like, damn, I know this ain't how I am with the refs and stuff like that. So that made me back off a little bit from the refs, because you got to understand everything from their point of view and stuff like that. So how is your, how do you see it, like from your days of playing, now coaching?
Right. It's definitely different. And I say Chicago, I meant Richwoods. That's Peoria. I mean
Peoria, yeah.
Yep. That's what I meant. But no, from the standpoint of, so as a coach, when you were a player first, you do know the game. You know the game. But to be able to translate that to teach and to direct and to coach players that may not have that same basketball IQ as you have, being that you have played this game for so long, it does feel different. You see the court so much differently than sometimes they see. You draw up plays, or you draw up certain defenses because you see something. One thing that I teach my girls is that to think beyond the play, because as a basketball player, if you have the IQ that you need, we may draw it up a certain type of way, but you may see something else that works better.
Yeah.
So I always tell them, think beyond it, because once we draw it up and then we're working on it in practice, I see something totally different from the sideline. And I'm like, did y'all see that? Did y'all see how that could have went this way? So yeah, it is definitely different. And it can be frustrating all at the same time, because you do know the game, you do know how things work, you know how to go that extra step or think beyond the play. And when they don't see it, you're like, man, you know. So it could be rewarding and frustrating all at the same time.
Yeah, I'm the same way, and I ain't gonna lie. I try to gain more patience daily. Because I mean, like you said, you draw something up, and I always tell my players is basically what you tell them, like, you know, you got to always think ahead. When I tell them, don't get too programmed on thinking, I drew it up like this, so you got to run it like that.
Right.
And I swear, it's like they miss something open every time. I'm like, well, you told us this and that. It's just hard to explain sometimes. You just gotta stay on them about it, stuff like that. But like you said, some they probably never will get it. You know, it's just a part of it's all about a learning experience.
Absolutely.
For real. But that's what I like about coaching younger players. Besides having to repeat myself all the time, that you get to, you know, teach them or whatnot. Because you know, once some kids get a certain age, they know it all, and they're not willing to just listen and stuff like that. So that's the beauty of it all, though. I really wouldn't trade it off for nothing. Obviously you've been very successful, like pretty much from the start. This is your third or fourth season? Third season. Were you nervous about the jump when you made it?
Absolutely. I definitely was. So started coaching just the elementary program when they first introduced it at Dennis. I think that was like in 2017. The Hope job came open, took that, and was there 6 years or so, almost 7. But yeah, taking that leap from middle school to high school was definitely nervous. It's different. I mean, there's so many other things beyond, the caliber of athletes, the talent, the schedule. There's so many other things that you have to do when it comes to the logistics of stuff. You have to be on conference calls for, your conference. You got to vote for all conference. You got to make sure your stuff is up to date in the IHSA portal. And, so my first year was like really filling through all of those things and trying to figure that out. So yeah, it was a whole nother almost level of professionalism, that comes with on the back end of just being a coach. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, like I said, you've been pretty successful. How does it feel like only in your 3rd year to win the first sectional in school history, like as a whole, including basketball? Like the boys never done it before, the girls had never done it before, but you only in your 3rd year were able to accomplish it. How does that feel? Like that whole, did you get to go to sleep that night? Were you up all night or
up all night?
Yeah,
I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep at all. It was phenomenal. I mean, the feeling is just almost speechless. First year was a tough year for us. In that second year, we turned around and won the regional, and we only lost by 9 in that sectional. And that team went on to go to state, and I think place top 4. To come back with this group of girls that I had, such a special group of girls. We from jump said we were going to state. That was the goal. And I saw them doing it. I believe that they believed they could do it. I think some of their beliefs started happening towards the end of the season, though. I don't know if they saw it from the jump like I seen it. But once we got that back-to-back regional title this year, and we got to that sectional game, really the history was just getting past that first game. That was the first step, getting past that first game, and we were able to do that, beating Champaign Central in a good game. And we came out in the 3rd quarter and we just coasted that thing out. And then actually going to the sectional championship was history in and of itself. But that particular game, I felt great. I talked to Coach Fred, and I was just like, man, Coach, I feel good. Something that he said that just kind of stuck out to me. It was like, man, it's already been written. It's already. We just got to go out there and do it. And I was just like, wow, like, let's go. And playing that game, I knew it would be low scoring because of just the way Lincoln plays, that one's slow you down, and make you really have to, be strategic and working. It certainly is beatable, clearly, but you got to be strategic about it. And so I knew it would be a very low scoring game. And I knew we would have to do some of the things that we sometimes didn't do well, like hit our free throws and take care of the ball and not have so many turnovers. And as that game just kind of started getting to where we were, it really was, which some people don't like. I don't personally like stall ball. However, with certain teams, you got to be strategic about that.
Yeah, definitely.
And when them playing a 1-2-2 and almost refusing to come out of it, we said, if we go up about 6 points, we're pulling it out. Simple.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come out. Yeah,
you got to come out. So we get up about, we said about 6 to 8 points. We're pulling that thing out, and we're gonna stall it. And so, like I said, contrary to popular belief, it worked for us. And down the stretch, there were some free throws missed, and then there were some clutch ones made, and we were able to coast that thing to the first ever sectional championship. And so I was ecstatic. I was super excited. I was excited for the program. I was excited for those seniors, my returners, so they can understand that this thing can be done. I was excited for the community. We had such support rallying around us. And then also I said, in one interview, I was excited about the girls that are coming up behind, that they can see that things like this can be accomplished. Hard work, dedication, and, you just grinding it to the end. So it was bigger. It's bigger than me. It's not even about me, really. I appreciate, and I'm very, very grateful that I'm a part of the history, but it is bigger than me. So it's a phenomenal thing. And I don't think it should ever stop being celebrated.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, the city was on fire. Like when y'all did that, like, everybody everywhere, I'll be out and they were asking me questions about it and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I mean, I've been putting on like Facebook for years, like every surrounding, Central Illinois city didn't have somebody go to state except for Decatur. Springfield had boys and girls go.
Yep.
I know Danville, Bloomington, Normal, Champaign, both schools and win. It's just like, man, when is gonna be our turn? And I just knew for sure, like this year was one
I
of
know.
y'all was gonna go. I knew if
Exactly.
one is gonna be the other, man.
Yep.
And the boys, even the boys game yesterday, like I mean the other
Yeah.
day, was it yesterday?
Monday night.
Monday night, yeah. That's
Mhm.
probably the best high school game I've been to since I was
Man.
about 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, it was a
So,
good
you
one.
know, it was a great game.
Yes.
I felt like going into that game, whoever won it would
Would win.
eventually, you know, I felt like that was the state championship game.
Yeah, I get that.
So,
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it would, no lie. It was like I was locked in. You know,
Yeah,
I was cheering like I was a high schooler and stuff
absolutely.
like that.
That was the energy. That was the energy.
It was lit. And it's
Yep.
crazy because my senior year, my last game was in the same place. We were playing in sectionals at Eisenhower. We
Okay.
lost to Quincy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yep, that's it was 2-8 in. It was just 1A and 2-8 in though, you know.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
yeah, we lost in the same building. I didn't after that game, I
So
wasn't
they
trying to step for what matter of fact,
yours.
we
Okay.
lost my senior year in there, and then Eisenhower, that's when they won sectionals the next year in the same building. So that was the last time any team from here had won sectionals at all too in 2007. So
Wow.
it was almost 20 years.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Hopefully now that we got two in the city
Right.
this year alone, you know, they'll start rolling in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you mentioned telling Fred that you felt good. How
Mhm.
big of a help has him and Schley been to you as you made your transition to the high school level?
Man, huge. Okay. So Coach Green, Chalet was with me at Hope. I had
Yeah, yeah, she was at your Hope. Yeah.
and when I got that job, she had coached my daughter at Robinson Charter. So that's how
Mm,
I met her. And just kind of liked their style, you know, whatever. And so of course down it was some years before I even got that, you know, in between there. And so
mm-hmm.
I hit her up when I got that job at Hope, like, hey, you want to come coach my seventh grade? You know, I got eighth grade. You want to come help me out? And she was just like, I was, you know, she was like, I was done coaching. I really didn't want to do it. She was like, but
Yeah.
I'll definitely come and help you out. And so she actually, I left Hope and she stayed, you know, as a seventh grade coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like Chalet's heart and her energy. She really has a heart for those youth and those girls in the team. Coach Fred, man, that guy is the GOAT. That man,
Mm-hmm.
he just he already had his feet planted in this program. You know, he had
Mm-hmm.
Coach Dub, his right hand man right there, and so stayed through that even when we lost him. Um, and then you know with Coach Flattery after that, and so when I got the job, you know, it was just like pretty much an automatic decision to keep him on, you know, as my assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really, really hats off to him. He is, you know, huge behind the offensive sets. I let him pretty much just kind of draw those up, and huge with making sure these girls are extremely spoiled, and all the
Mm-hmm.
gear and stuff we have. You know, we do all that for them. And he don't, I mean, he don't even bat an eye at that stuff. He just do it. He's like, man, we different. We gonna make sure these girls have what they need regardless. And we just, you know, that's just the tone and that's just the standard that said we like them to come in looking uniform, you know, look
Yeah.
the part. And so we go out there and try to play the part. But yeah, Coach Fred and Coach Green have been great to do this thing together with them. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Schley, she got a passion for the game that
Yes, she does.
I've rarely seen in any female, and that
Yep.
dates back to us being kids.
Yep.
Pretty much grew up around the corner from each other and stuff like that. So like
Okay.
sometimes we end up playing basketball
Yeah.
together outside or
Yeah.
something like that, and then even in high school and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
after high school, yeah,
Okay.
her passion for it is just different. Like
It's huge. Yeah.
some couldn't take it. I know when I think when she first started coaching, so that parents were complaining and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, it's like the higher the level they get, the more intense everything's going to be. So
Yep.
she just getting them ready, you know. So
Absolutely.
her passion is different. And
Yep.
then with Fred, I had coached his son when he was in sixth grade
Okay.
AAU, and
Okay.
then he ended up coaching with me. So we were coaching them together and stuff like that. So I already know what you mean, like
Yep.
how he is when it comes to the kids and stuff like that.
Yep.
Always kids first, and
Absolutely.
he gonna run through a brick wall for them kids.
Every time.
So every
Every time.
tournament we had, he he getting warnings and stuff. He better sit down. He better sit down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I got a lot of that. I got a lot of. Listen,
it was never a tournament where the ref did. Hey, you got to tell your assistant to sit down.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, man, his passion forward is top notch too.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Yeah.
I can only imagine how big a help they have been for you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to give a shout out to like y'all whole athletic program, man. Crutcher, he one hell of an AD. One hell of an AD. Crutcher's one hell of an AD. He's doing a great job over there, man.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
So when did you know that you wanted to coach, or did it just like come up, or did you always wanted? Is it something you always want to do?
I wouldn't say it was always something that I necessarily wanted to do. When I certainly mentioned it, just kind of out loud to some friends, it was I want to say probably back in like 2012, 13, around there. And I was like, man, I would love to, coach and give back. I'm not playing anymore and kind of quote unquote retired or whatever, but just would love to do that. And I felt like at the time I didn't have time. I was like, I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have time. And I really could date this back if I go back when my daughter was playing for MacArthur. I want to say that had to have been like her sophomore, maybe junior year, because the COVID year, she didn't end up playing anymore. And after Dub passed, but I want to say maybe their sophomore year, Dub gave me the opportunity to coach his AAU team.
Okay, yeah.
All the way down to Florida. So I coached the high school girls. And that was probably I'm pretty sure that was before the elementary job or whatever. So that gave me opportunity to kind of get the feel of it. And after that, that's when I was like, yeah, this feels
that's what did.
Yeah, this feels good. Yep. He asked me to coach, and we almost won that tournament, actually. A couple of the girls had to get back because I think it was something with either their flight or they drove or something happened, and I lost. Probably.
I think I remember that situation.
Yeah. I was like, dang, what happened? Like, how did that happen? But yeah, they had to like leave back. It was like Ariana and Casey and Anaya and Pinder, and it was that group. That group was decent. They was a good little group, and so we end up going to I want to say that championship, but we end up losing because I didn't have all the numbers that I had the whole time. But yeah, that made me feel like, yeah, this feels good. This feels good, feels right. I need to try to see if I can pursue this.
Well, you did the right thing. obviously did the right thing for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
If you have do you have like sort of a timetable of how long you want to keep going, or are you just going to go until you finally just decide to hang it up? Or
that's a great question. I get that. People ask me that a lot. People ask me if I want to coach at the next level, like college.
I was going to ask that too.
Yeah, college. They ask how long they think I'm going to be at MacArthur, and honestly, I don't know if I have an answer to how long I'll be there. I don't have a necessarily timeline or deadline. Coaching at the next level is definitely open. I'm open to that as well. That's not something that is definitely not off the table. It is definitely attractive. I'm open to it. But I don't have a timeline per se. Coaching is 6 months out of the year, your life. You devote all of that time. And so it's like when the season is over, you take a little bit of break, but you're back in the lab, you're back in films and all the things, which again, appreciate Coach Fred and Coach Green there. If I can't be there, they're always there. And different things like that. I am certainly not just a coach. I wear a lot of different hats in my life, career, community, things of that nature. So, but yeah, I don't think I don't have a timeline. But I'm open to, the next level. But right now I'm excited about this next group. I got some returners, Journey Wilson, Rikia Harper, Zanaya Gibbs, Lanaya Taylor. Those are my 4 varsity returners, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do next year for sure.
Yeah, I honestly am too. Journey, she really impressed me this year, a whole lot, because I know like when the other girls were her age, when they were younger, when they were younger, she wasn't really playing ball then. You know, they were already playing ball, but she
Right.
wasn't.
Right.
So for her to take the strides and get to where she's at right now, like that's very impressive. Her form, her shot, it's just like her dad's. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, like
Yeah.
even her brother, like they all got the same form. And I seen it, I'm
Wow.
like, damn, they shoot just like their dad.
Wow.
But I mean, they got it honest though, so I'm not surprised for her to, you know, make that jump as
Yeah.
quick as she did. But
Yep.
obviously y'all doing a great job with those girls though, because I mean, even some I can tell the difference from
Yep.
when they were freshmen to, you know, this year their senior year and stuff like that too.
Mhm.
So that shows a lot, because there's a lot of kids that you see their freshman year and they look the same their senior
Right.
year, you know. So you can
Yeah.
tell that y'all put in work and everything like that, doing the things that y'all supposed to do, doing things the right way for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. Some of these girls, so I came in, the majority of these girls, their sophomore year. And so like Lexi and Kylie, Shanti, Erie, they were all sophomores when I came in. Lamara, Kishana was at the Mac, went to the E, then came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
they were
coached her in the middle school at
okay.
Robinson.
Yeah, so they were all, we had a young team, you know, sophomores, just young. And again, the way that I feel like a lot of them have flourished, you know, I have at least 4 of them getting college looks right now. You know, Lexi, of course, is, you know, Lexi is Lexi. You know, she's leader. She has the heart. I mean, she just takes the team on her shoulders every time. She's all conference, has been all conference. She's one of the leading scorers in Central State 8, top ranked in Illinois, in leading in points and assists. She's IBCA second team, scored 1,000 points this year, going to ICC, already committed. I have one of my other post players, actually both of my post players getting college looks. Kylie, Lamara, a few of them, like I'm getting texts, you know, and calls like, hey, I'm interested in playing. So as a coach, that's big. That can coach them, train them, and get them ready for at least the next level. Coach Fred and I believe that there's a coach for everybody. And nothing wrong with JUCO at all. That was the route I took. Nothing wrong with JUCO at all. And so I'm hoping that at least outside of Lexi, 3 or 4 other signed to go to
school.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So JUCO is definitely, I mean, that's the route I went to. I love JUCO. I tell everybody JUCO is not sweet.
No,
JUCO's not sweet at all.
Not at all. Highly competitive.
You running into people with the same goal as you, and that's to get to the next level.
Absolutely.
So if you ain't no dog in JUCO, JUCO could damn near easily be the toughest, you know, the toughest level. You ain't getting the best of everything.
Absolutely.
You just you got to be a dog on and off that court, to be honest. Well, what JUCO you went to?
I went to DAC.
Oh, you went to DAC? Okay, yep. I went to DAC for a semester.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. 2007.
Okay.
No, it was, I think 2008, spring of 2008 or whatever.
Okay.
Because Wes was playing there.
Okay.
And I was supposed to went to another school, but I ended up not going. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to Danville and play with Wes or whatnot. And I don't know, that just didn't work out for either one of us. He ended up messing his grades up after the first semester, and that's when I ended up going to Lincoln. So, and then when I went to Lincoln, he ended up coming to Lincoln.
Okay.
So we both played at Lincoln or whatnot. Were your teams there at Danville pretty good?
At DAC?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice little recruiting class. So at this point, I mean, the full story for me is I had already had my daughter. So I was 17 when I had my daughter. Prior to that, I had an ACL tear. So had surgery, rehab, whatever. Then ended up getting pregnant, had my daughter. So my aspirations was definitely I was getting recruited and getting letters and college looks from D1 on down. So yeah, D1, 2, 3, JUCO, all of them. And honestly, I wanted to go to Purdue. I wanted to be a Boilermaker. I don't know where that came from, but that's what I wanted to do and play ball there. And but I used to go to like all of the camps. I went to the University of Illinois camps So I was talking to them at the time, but I always went. My dad just really invested in that piece of me. So like I said, outside of AAU, I went to elite camps. That was
like the college elite camps and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I did. And I like those. I preference them going to elite camps or at least
I ain't gonna lie.
training.
Yeah, I think I prefer those too, because I mean, you can be good, but it's like I don't know, it's completely different than school ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like school ball is more important at the end of the day. You
Right.
know,
it definitely takes precedence for sure.
So, yeah, that's why I like you said, kind of preference those elite camps and you know the things that they do there over the AAU. But I mean, what do I know? You know, everybody else thinks AAU is just the best thing smoking and whatnot. But hey,
yeah, I mean, it's good for who it's good for. You know,
yeah, exactly.
I don't, I have no really knock towards it, but my personal preference is definitely getting into like elite camps and things like that, and finding those camps where you can skill work and get in front of colleges and things like that. Of course, during the summertime they have those particular tournaments where they're I can't think of the name of it, where college coaches are, their live sessions, those live, where colleges are there and things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, we had like I said, to go back, we had a good recruiting class there, but I didn't play my entire 2 years at DAC. I did get a full ride scholarship. I got the newspaper clippings and everything, my signing day, my little baby and my parents and everything. So I ended up having to have another knee surgery. And they had to go,
knee?
Yep, same knee. And that really kind of just stifled me. I was just like, man, I'm a mom. I want to take care of my baby. I want to make money. I want to work. And then I just had to have another knee surgery. So that really kind of put an end to my college basketball career.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I ain't lie. I was sort of a head case. One of them players, coaches was like, shit, not again. You know, attitude was crazy and stuff like that, man. I don't know. Just a angry little fella or something. Like what they call it, little man syndrome.
Okay.
I mean, I was nice though.
Yeah, I've seen plenty.
I played my 1 year JUCO there, whatever. We won a national championship.
Nice.
I was like the 6th man of the year, all that stuff like that.
Nice.
Everything was going good. My coach wanted me to come back, but I had went to school there and I didn't play my first year, being a full-time student. So I'm like, no, I got enough credits to leave or whatever. Because all I was thinking about was D1. Because I was just dating back to how my high school career went along or whatever. I got plays, so to speak, or whatnot like that. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna show these. I'm gonna show everybody like I can play. I can go deep on all that. So I mean, I end up not signing my scholarship to go back or whatever, because I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go play D1 for 3 years or whatnot.
Right.
I don't know what it was, but when I turned like the offer down to come back to my coach, like he gave me some sort of look and he was just like, okay, all right, that's fine. All right, we get you situated. And I'm just like, all right. And it's like from that day for the rest of the season, he like start treating me different. And I'm like, damn. Wow. But I mean, I stuck with it or whatnot. And in the season come or whatever. Well, matter of fact, before even the second semester started, you can't get books or anything like that if you owe a balance or whatnot.
Right.
So they got that clear for me, like, oh yeah, we're gonna put a scholarship money in, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I got books and everything. Come time to graduate and all that stuff and get my transcripts and stuff to send to the schools, because I was gonna go to Central Arkansas, Division I, the school Scottie Pippen went to. And they had got all my info and stuff like that. I'm calling them. I mean, they calling me or whatever, talking to me, telling me the process, the steps I need to take to get ready for my visit. They want my transcript. I sent unofficial. I don't know nothing about the difference between unofficial and official then at that time.
Sure.
So I sent them my unofficial. They're like, okay, all right, your stats and everything good. You look good to go. Transcripts look good, but we need your official transcripts. I'm like, okay, no problem. I call the school. I go there, go up to the school, whatever. They like, well, you got a hold on your transcripts and whatnot. I'm like, what? I'm like, if I had a hold, I wouldn't have been able to get no books. And they actually had wrote it down like as a note. Like the woman found the note and was like, well, yeah, he did get cleared or whatnot. And they were supposed to put a scholarship money in, but they never put money in. So when you talk about devastated, I don't think I ain't even want to hoop no more. Like
that's heartbreaking.
That canceled everything for me. So then after that, I'm like, okay. I tried to go back. And I'm like, okay. I wrote my coach a letter and everything, like, I'll just come back or whatever. And man, he never responded to me at all. Never responded to me. And I'm like, man, that's when I understood, like, it's a business. This how this stuff goes. Like,
yep, that's true.
If you don't do something they want you to do when they want you to do it. So yep, I was back at home, missed the whole year of school, had other opportunities or whatever. I ended up going to Robert Morris in Springfield, but by the time I got there, I mean, I was just going to play basketball. I wasn't going to go to school because they didn't have my major. I wasn't doing no work. I wasn't doing nothing. And I was just, I don't know. It was over after that. And I've basically been coaching since. So, and I mean, like I said, everything happened for a reason. Maybe it's my purpose to just coach and, forget about playing then. But yeah, I've had a lot of opportunities. And just like you, like I want to go to the college level if possible too. You know what I mean? So, but I ain't in no rush though with my kids still being young.
Yeah,
because I don't really want to miss too much of their stuff. So I feel selfish.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the reason why when I was on tour with the Globetrotter, I came back home because I was just like, man, I want to just get a job in school and coach. My kids like 2 and 3 then I couldn't take it. I could not take it. I could not take it at all.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions though. Let me see. The GOAT of female coaching.
Pat Summitt.
Pat Summitt. See, yeah. Oh, I forgot about Pat. Please forgive me. Yeah, I was a Tennessee. I was a Tennessee guy growing up. For sure. Who's your favorite volunteer player of all time?
My girl from Naperville.
Yep, CP3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably have to say that's yeah, her and Shamika Hoskell, I had to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, them I had to say them too. But I'm gonna have to go with Candace though, because when I first read about her in what magazine? I think it was a Slam magazine. She was like a sophomore or something like that. I read about her, and ever since then I'm like, well, she's not too far from me. So
that's how I saw it. Like we're not too far in age either. So she was killing it in high school. I'm looking like, who is that?
Man.
Like, what is going on? Who is she?
Yeah, I used to go to
I
used to go to Kroger and read the magazines and stuff like that. I seen her. My mom would tell me, well, I'm going to get this and that. Don't wander off. Man, I slip in that magazine now. I'm just reading Slam stuff. And she ended up giving me a subscription then. So then I ain't had to worry about reading them there. They got sent to the house every month. So yeah, I was in there then. I used to be glued to them Slam magazines. Yeah, but she definitely was a dog. Who is your female GOAT of all time? Well, give me I'd say your top five. Your top five female players of all time.
Basketball players.
Yeah.
So I'm in the area where we in the era of like when that first like set of WNBA players got in there. So
yeah, I'm gonna see if you name some of mine too.
Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson, like them early ones coming into the WNBA were like super ones, Lisa Leslie, like who you looked up to. But I mean, Cynthia Cooper is probably one of my top ones.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's my GOAT.
Cynthia Cooper is just like,
and I was in love. I don't know why, but I was like, however old I was when like them first 4 years, Commerce was my team. I was in love with Cynthia Cooper, like crazy in love with Cynthia Cooper. Like the first time I played like organized ball with the Boys and Girls Club. See, everybody here, everybody like Jordan. Everybody at the Boys and Girls Club wanted to wear 23. So at that time, I was like 10. They I don't know why, but they called me Baby Jordan. It's like I don't
Okay.
know. I'm left-handed. He's right-handed or whatever. I don't know. They just gave me that nickname,
Okay.
Baby Jordan. So
Okay.
they sent me in there first to pick my jersey because everybody in the whole Boys and Girls Club wanted number 23. I went in there and picked 14. I wore 14. So I didn't care about wearing 23. I wanted to wear 14 like Cynthia Cooper. So that's how crazy about Coop that I was, for real.
Yeah, she just back in, they had like, they had a couple pair of shoes. Like I had some real swoops and some I wanted their shoes, it was just like I tried to get my whole team to like, let's everybody get them,
Let's get those,
but it didn't really go through. But my dad, he was like, yeah, you can get them, that's what I wanted. But yeah, that first set of women that set the mold for like the whole WNBA, like, that was who I was rocking with for sure.
So with the game, the way the game has evolved, does it surprise you seeing so many females being able to dunk the ball now?
No, it doesn't surprise me. It's so funny because I'm tall, and there was a bet that a friend of mine had that by my senior year I would dunk, and I was definitely working on it. Yeah, it was the ACL tear that stopped me for sure.
Yeah,
but I definitely was trying to get in the weight room and get them hops up. I actually could jump.
I was gonna say, how did you ever get like at least close?
Yeah, like hitting that rim. Yeah, I could get to it, like, but no, I never dunked. Never dunked. Yeah. But I was definitely, I could leap because I was a guard, but I loved to get rebounds, like get rebounds because I knew how to handle the ball. So I love, that when I see a team of girls, when you talk about involvement, like when I see the boys games and the way they transition, it is so beautiful. Like the pace of how boys play. I was trying to get, like my girls to kind of understand that and like get that, because we're such a fast team. But I love when there's, I don't mind, being slow and steady, but I love a good transition basketball. I love pace. And so for me as a guard and could handle the ball, give me the rebound, I'm getting the rebound, I'm gone. So I love the fact that the ladies are dunking, and just, holding their own. I just think, obviously women's basketball doesn't get as much, recognition and stuff down through the years. Over these past couple of years when you had the whole Angel Reese, and Caitlin Clark, kind of rivalry or whatever you want to in the last couple of years, it's blown up. You got LSU and, Dawn Staley with South Carolina. And of course, UConn has always been, huge when it comes to college basketball and stuff like that. But when you have some of these girls that are coming in, and these teams and coaches, it's big. I love NCAA basketball anyway, men and women. So I just like that time, this March Madness time and stuff like that. So it's fun to watch.
Is there any particular player or coach that you enjoy watching now?
Obviously I'm a rock with Dawn. Yeah, I'm a rock with Dawn right now. Love to see her. Love to see Dawn Staley. Yeah. I want to meet her. I don't know who's going to set it up, but I want to shake her hand and meet her. Actually, a friend of mine bought her book for me, or whatever. And so, it's I just like Dawn Staley. And Dawn was a good basketball player. She's small.
Yeah, she was tough.
Gosh,
she was tough.
Can't forget about her. But yeah, I enjoy Dawn Staley. She's not.
I actually wouldn't mind meting her myself.
Yeah, I do.
Picking her brain a bit.
Exactly. Yep, that's what I get.
I think that would be a good experience. Being able to pick her brain.
Yes.
I definitely would. I'll probably say she's probably my favorite female coach right now.
Yep.
So Gino, he's a dog though, man. Like
he's
a dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog, a goat for sure.
Legendary.
But it's just something about Dawn. Like I don't know. Obviously. Oh no, I love her swag. I love her swag. It's like the way she dresses like for the game, stuff like that. Like I've never seen anything like it before. Like she put a jersey on, and I'm just like, man, like, yeah, I'm gonna do that one day. I ain't gonna lie. I've been tempted to do it one day. It's like I ain't just did it yet, but I'm gonna do it one day. She be styling for real.
You do.
She really does.
You do. Yeah.
So with you coaching, do you think that you spend too much time like throughout your day maybe thinking about it when I don't know how I put this. I don't want to say when you shouldn't be, because obviously as a coach, you always want to, think of ways you can do certain things a certain way, thinking of ways you can get better or whatnot like that.
Absolutely.
But do you often find yourself overthinking or thinking too much during the day in situations where you may be needing to focus on something else, but you can't because you're thinking about ball?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, naturally, unfortunately, I'm an overthinker. That's kind of just in one of my personality traits. So, when you are preparing for games, especially like I said, in the postseason run, definitely overthinking it. There are nights where I'm up all night, just trying to figure it out, watching film, running back the games, going to our huddle, rewatching games of the teams we played. Watching their games if we haven't played them yet, just kind of scouting, recruiting like most coaches would do. So yeah, definitely. Like I said, with everything else that I have going on, I work every day, church stuff, being a mom, a parent. Of course, my daughter's grown in college, however, but and just being, who I am to my friends, my family, whatever. But yeah, there are times where I'm just kind of locked in and I just kind of focus in on the game at hand. Super confident all season long for the most part, never went into a game thinking, oh, we're about to lose. That's just kind of crazy. Definitely knew we would come in and I knew when we would be the better team, but we just still had to show up. But there were times where I'm just like, okay, let me get my pregame going on, let me get whatever music I want to listen to or self-talk, self-affirmation, pray or do whatever it is that I was going to do to get myself prepared, because every time you go out there, to be honest with you, Kyla, I'm nervous.
Yeah,
I'm nervous every time. There's not a time where I'm not nervous. But it was like once that tip off come, it's like, all right, we in there now. Let's go. But yeah, there were a lot of games where I was just shaking, nervous, but always confident, never cocky or anything like that. But just definitely came in knowing we the better team. We need to win this game. Like we shouldn't lose. And there will be certain times I tell my team, like, we need to be up by 20 at half.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't. We need to score 25 each quarter. Like, that's just what we need to go out there and do. So, I was always confident in their ability to get out there and do what it is to get it done. And so, yeah, overthinking is big, and even after the game, oh my God, especially if we lose, I'm not going to lie. We lost. No disrespect to, I love my hometown. I'm Danville. I'm a Danville. Yeah. We lost to Danville this past year, like this season.
And that was me and somebody was talking about that. Like, we were like looking at all the games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And somebody brought it to my attention. I'm like, no, I don't think they lost to nobody they weren't supposed to lose to. And they couldn't remember what school it was. They like, no, yeah, they lost a game to a school they weren't supposed to lose to. And I got on look, I said, oh damn, this the game he's talking about. Yeah, I'm like, I had to tell like you right, because I'm like, no, I know for sure.
Yeah.
Every game that they lost, it was probably a team that was evenly matched, or you know what I mean? Right. That they were like, no, it's a team that they should have lost. I'm like, damn, he was right. Yep.
Yeah, my cousin, that's a family affair. My cousin is the coach of Danville.
Oh, really?
Absolutely, my cousin.
Wow.
Glennie Watson. And little Glennie, and obviously I love my family, much respect to them. I know a lot of my little cousin plays on the team.
Yeah.
I know all those baby. If I don't know them, I know their parents or grandparents or somebody. But I definitely went into that gym. We played them back at home this year. And definitely went into that gym like, I know, we got this. We're going to win. And I think at the time, we only had one loss on our record. So we like 5-1. And I think they were like 1-5 or one, and they were missing a player here. So we had talked before the game and everything. And when I tell you, man, he definitely, he coached them very, very well that night. And they out hustled us, they just out hustled for sure. And I think it was the fact that, You know, like I said, I don't try to come in cocky, but you know, maybe it was a moment that we just needed to be humble, and that's exactly what we got. But that it did hurt, you know. I teased them, I said, y'all let me lose in front of my mama, my daddy, my aunts, cousins. Like, what is y'all doing? Like, what? Come on. But yeah, it was that was
at home and took an L.
Man, I had to take that one to the chin. Oh, it took me a minute to kind of get over that. And like I said, there's no animosity or anything like that. I love my hometown. I love my cousin. Love those girls on that team. They're, you know, but I had to take that one to the chin. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Yeah, that was tough.
So was there ever a point where you ever sat and thought like, well, even before you start coaching at MacArthur or before you start coaching high school period, were you ever thinking like, what if I can get the head coaching job at my high school? Did you ever think about that? Yeah.
No, not really. Again, I love home, but I've never really had any desire to like move back.
Move back there, yeah.
Yeah, it would have to you know, just kind of be an opportunity where I would take it. At this point, I would honestly, I really didn't even believe I would be in Decatur this long.
Yeah.
Once my
How
daughter,
long you been here?
Since 2009.
2009, okay.
And once moved down to St. Louis, I was working for Ameren at one point and moved to St. Louis even, and I moved back. So raised my daughter basically here. She was like 4 or 5 years old when I moved here after I graduated from ISU, and a job brought me here. And yeah, so when she graduated high school, I just knew, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Like you're gonna leave, yeah.
Go. And really, like within a year, I had the coaching job at MacArthur. So I was like, okay, clearly it's not time for me to leave yet. There's something more for me to do here and try to make an impact or whatever. But yeah, I never really have thought about really moving back home. My parents are getting older, in their 70s. So I was like, let me stay at least close now, you know, to them. You know, my oldest brother lives in Florida. At the time, my youngest brother was living all the way out on the West Coast, but he's back now. So I was like, I need to be close, you know. So that's kind of why, you know, I stuck around in the Central Illinois area. But yeah, I've never really contemplated that, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I think I met your youngest brother maybe when I was going to DAC, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably so, because he ran track there.
Okay, well, yeah, then that had to be where. And then he was always like in Decatur also too.
Always, yeah. He lived here too. Yeah, he lived here for a second too.
Yeah, so it may be from when he lived here, because one or the other. But but before I knew who you were though, I knew him. I knew him.
Yeah, and that's typically how it worked. They don't know me, they know him, and then they like, oh, you got a sister? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm getting to the end here. If you had to, let me see, start, bench, cut. Let's go. Asia Wilson, Candace Parker, and Lisa Leslie. Start, bench, and cut.
Asia Wilson, Candace Parker, and Lisa Leslie.
Yep.
All right, I'm starting Candace. I'm gonna bench Asia, and I'm gonna cut Lisa.
I ain't lie, them that's a tough one. I'm sitting here thinking like I'm asking that, but I couldn't even probably take me.
I know that was hard to really say, because this was like cut the goat is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it would have took me a minute to answer that.
Yeah, I was like,
those are always tough. Okay, one more. Jordan, Kobe, Bron, start, bench, cut.
Jordan, Kobe, and who? Bron?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm starting Jordan. I'm benching Kobe. I'm cutting LeBron.
That one was easy for you.
That was easy.
That was easy for you. That's probably my order too. But I mean, can't say it too loud. You
don't say it too loud. Don't come after me, you know.
You hating.
I respect him. You know, it is what it is. But come on, man, Jordan, and then you got Kobe. Literally was just following in his footsteps.
Yeah, Jordan 2.0.
He really was. I mean, just the way he played.
Growing up, I couldn't stand Kobe, and my reason for it was because he trying to be like Jordan too much.
Yeah.
But then as I got older and I sat and thought about it, I'm like, who
Yep.
didn't want to be like Jordan?
Right.
It's not his fault that he mastered it and nobody else could. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So I'm like, damn, this whole man. I mean, damn, this whole time
Yeah.
I didn't like this man because he was trying to be like Jordan, but I was also trying to be like Jordan, and everybody else I know was trying to be like Jordan. It's not my fault. He mastered it. Obviously, he
Mhm.
put in more work than all of us to do it. So
Yeah.
after that, I'm like, oh man, I can't hate this man. And
Oh, no.
about later in his career, I became more of a
Definitely.
fan. But
Mhm.
even when I was younger and really couldn't stand him, I had his jersey and
Yeah,
the
of
shorts to
course.
go with it, though. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But yeah, I couldn't stand him. I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
stand him
was
at all.
yeah. My dad is a diehard Lakers fan, so he the Lakers fan from the 70s, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah.
he's never changed his team. So I just, as much as I'm a daddy's girl and love my dad, I always had to
Hmm.
be opposite him. So of course I'm a Bulls fan 'cause that's the era
Yeah.
I grew up in. I was a Bulls fan, and then after that era ended, I just became kind of like followers of players. I was a huge
Yeah.
AI fan, Allen Iverson,
Yeah. Yeah.
McGrady, Vince Carter.
Hmm.
Um, I was a Dwayne Wade fan. Um, I love Kyrie, love Durant.
Yeah.
So, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. Yeah, I love
Hmm.
all them guys. All them
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Jordan retired. That's who my favorite two was. Iverson and Vince Carter. It was my two
Yes.
guys when Jordan
Yep.
left. So
Yep.
had both of their jerseys.
Yep.
I had all that, shoes, everything. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
those are my two guys. All right. So one last question.
All right.
Um, Going into next season,
Yeah.
you have any certain expectations or things that you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah. It's hard to, have a historic year such as this and
Hmm.
not want to, do it again. So everything that we can to get to this place and take it a step further and actually get to state is actually the goal. So my goal coming in 3 years ago was to be this Central State A champs, and we have yet to do that one. So
Wait,
we
you haven't
finished.
yet?
No, we finished
Oh,
second.
well, Lincoln and Glenwood been doing it, right?
Yes.
Did Glenwood this year?
Yes.
Did they win it last year too, or did
Yes.
Lincoln win it?
No,
And
Glenwood.
Lincoln won it your first year.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So that is again, it may be small to some, but that's big to me just to win the conference. That
Hmm.
means we've been able to take care of everybody in our conference. So that's what I wanted. We got second last year. We finished tied for third this year. Because we lost to Southeast. And that was kind of I didn't expect to lose to them either, but
Yeah, that matter of fact, and that was the other game. I
yeah.
know it was the Danville and the Southeast game that you can look at and be like, nah, they weren't supposed to lose that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Respect her, Coach Jazz, huge
Hmm.
respect in her program. But yeah, definitely did not come into that game thinking we were gonna lose. But yeah, so the teams that we were able to Springfield High, we beat them on our senior night, things like that. Glenwood, we actually beat last year. And then of course lost to them twice this year. Lincoln
Hmm.
we beat last year, lost to them, and then we won when it majorly
When it
when it
mattered, yeah.
absolutely. And so those are obviously the top three teams, Springfield High, Glenwood, Lincoln, very solid programs. And so I really want to win the conference and then 3 years back regional champs, get another sectional championship, and actually get over that hump to get to state. That's the goal.
Yeah, well, goals definitely sound obtainable to me.
Yeah,
Uh, I know how you and your staff uh do things over there, and pretty sure y'all gonna have the girls prepared and stuff. And like you said, those who played this year and got a taste of what you know going far feels like, I
absolutely.
think they'll be better, even better, going into
Mm-hmm.
the next season now as
Yep.
the upperclassmen, to
Right.
the younger ones. And even those younger ones, like Ricky and stuff like that, who are on
Mhm.
the team and just getting their feet wet and stuff like
Right.
that, are
Right.
ready to step on the scene and in front of those lights and actually perform, in these big games.
Yes.
So I think, yeah, I definitely think everything is reachable that you said though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, yep. Yeah, I appreciate, like I said, these my seniors, losing seven of them, Lexi, Kylie, Mara, Mary, Shanti, Heaven. Keshana, great group of girls. Definitely love those girls. Great respect for them. Want to see them do well next year. So huge shout out to them. And then my returners, I'm just really, really excited about what they're going to do. And some of the girls that are coming in as freshmen, and then some of the JV that I think will be able to pull up and, really work with them in this off season and get them where they need to be.
Okay, yeah. Definitely heard all that. And just a big shout out to you, your staff, your players on a great season. Looking forward to seeing y'all next season as well. Hope y'all can make it to some more games. It just be hard with me having our little games and stuff be on the same day and all that type of stuff like that.
That's a big thing with the whole community though. Yeah. It's huge.
Like they changed the days that they used to do the game stuff. So now it's like, I don't know. I feel sorry for parents who have kids in middle school and high school. The games just collide on the same day and stuff like that. Yeah. Because I know I don't want to miss no games for either of my kids. So I can only imagine.
Yep.
Keisha, she's Superwoman because she just be all over at the game. I see one snap, she's in Muhammad. 30 minutes later, she in Springfield or something. So she be everywhere, man. She be everywhere. Yeah. But yeah, man. Like I said, I'm proud of y'all program, how y'all doing things. Like you said, like y'all sport them girls. Y'all treat them like y'all own for real. That's that's a parent's dream. That's a kid's dream. Because I mean, who don't want the best of the best of everything?
Absolutely.
But yeah, I appreciate you taking some time out your evening and getting on and stuff like that. I feel like it's probably one of my better episodes and whatnot. So I can't wait till it get out and everybody get a chance to check it out.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely.
All right, well, you enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
All right.